In the late 1960s, I was doing a lot of repairs to vacuum tube TVs in my radio shop, and while I used the oscilloscope and VTVM extensively, I also required a way to check some expensive, difficult to diagnose components, which had to be ordered abroad, even overseas. If you thought a horizontal output transformer was broken, you had to be fully sure about it, so you would not order it, only to later discover that the problem was elsewhere. I decided to build myself a signal generator that could also be used as a signal tracer. By modifying an old television set, I adapted a steel plate with some banana plugs and some toggle switches, so I could break the signal flow in such a way that, with all switches turned on, the television would work normally. For each switch in the panel, there were a pair of banana sockets placed one above the other. To give you an example, if you turned off the switch that connected the tuner output to the first video intermediate frequency stage, you could use the top plug to inject intermediate video frequency to the television being checked, while monitoring the channel tuned by our tracer generator on the suspect TV screen. The bottom plug worked as a tracer, and the intermediate frequency video signal could be followed while monitoring the picture on the tracer generator screen. By the same token, it was possible to check the sound intermediate frequency signals, as well as audio, video, sync, sweep oscillators, etc. Nevertheless, the most useful function of my generator tracer was testing the horizontal output transformers. Instead of using a switch to disconnect the horizontal output tube plate from the flyback transformer, I made an acrylic plastic insulating window, with two banana plugs in which a jumper was inserted, to avoid arcing from the high voltage pulses present in that circuit. To excite the horizontal output transformer of the TV under test, it was enough to switch off the B+ supply and remove the jumper and connect the injector probe from the top plug to the flyback of the suspect TV, and you could immediately make sure if the problem was there or somewhere else. Later, I housed the generator tracer in a larger, wheeled cabinet which included both the VTVM and the oscilloscope. Years later I sold the workshop with all its equipment, and I never heard again from the tracer generator, a tool that once was so useful to me for a long time. Of course, today, my tracer generator would make for a museum piece, but I couldn't resist sharing this memory with you. I hope this video has been of interest to you. Thank you very much for your patient attention, and please subscribe to my channel. Shava ta'in.